Hello everybody. This is Thannus here, back in The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. In the last episode, we were actually we'd actually just finished up Animal Village. And today we will be actually finishing up a few more things on the way to the next dungeon, and then we'll be going ahead and moving on to the next dungeon. I believe we might just get the next dungeon done in this episode, but I'm not 100% sure if we will have time. But what we will be doing is basically now we're going to go ahead and head just north of Animal Village. So we go ahead and head up this way, just out of Animal Village and up north, like I said. We can go ahead and find like an upper temple type area, and in this area we will actually be able to find kind of a few things we can use for the shells. It's mostly shell collection up here. Now, real quick, the owl's gonna come talk to us. Hoot, there are two shrines. One to the north, and the other to the south. First, head south, where ancient ruins speak of the windfish. You will learn much there. Alright, dude, that's cool. Anyway, if we go ahead and continue this way, we will come across all of these rocks here. Just go ahead and make your way through all this mess. Go up here, get these out of the way real quick, and up here in this rock we will actually find a seashell. Go ahead and pick that up. Alright, so now we have 27 of them. If we go ahead and keep going this way, we can go ahead and get rid of this guy here. This guy is still a problem for us, but it's not something we really need to worry about too much. The windfish slumbers long, here is life gone. Here in this tree we have a fairy there. I don't think you can put fairies in bottles in this game, but I'm gonna try just in case. Oh, you can! Huh! I had no idea that was possible. 100% honest. Anyway, let's just go ahead and get out of here. We're actually now gonna go ahead and go south to these ancient ruins here. And we should be able to find a seashell somewhere around here. I'm not 100% sure where it is, but I know it's in the ruins somewhere. We go ahead and activate this guy. We can go ahead and get him out of the way. And I believe it is somewhere up this way. Not 100% sure where it is. Let me think. I think it's up here in this area. Let's just get this guy out of the way, so he's not a nuisance to us. I believe it's in one of these upper ones. You know what, I'll just see you guys when I find it. Alright, so what you want to do, you want to go ahead and move this guy, actually. And when he moves, he will reveal a secret passage. If we go ahead and go in, we can open this chest, and we find a secret seashell. Very nice. Alright. Now we go ahead and go back out of the cave. There's a few more areas we can visit. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually find a teleportation pad and use that to skedaddle on out of here. I'm going to wait for this Arma statue to move out of the way. I'm going to go ahead and move around here. Get him out of the way like that. And I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be a way out of here, but I'm not seeing one so far. Alright. Well, I am just gonna make my way there. I'll see you guys when we get there. Alright, so right here, near Tail Cave, we will actually find this lone tree here. If we go ahead and run into it, we will knock out a shell. I just had to backtrack here a little bit. I forgot about this shell, but now that we are here, we can go ahead and grab it. Alright, so I'll see you guys at the next one. Alright, so now that we're back here in this area, we can actually go ahead and unlock Angler's Cove now. Or the Angler's Cave, I guess. Put in the key that we got earlier, and suddenly we have an entrance to the next dungeon. However, from where we are now, we cannot really quite get there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and head back to the warp portal from which we came here on. And on that portal, we will be able to basically warp back to Dompe's Shack. From Dompe's Shack, we can make our way up to Tao Tao Mountain Range, and make our way, in turn, down the waterfall into the cave. Alright, so over this way at the mountain range, go ahead and I don't believe there's anything up here anymore. Yeah, no, there isn't. So go ahead and head into this cave here, and we should be able to make some progress on the mountain. So, go through this part of the cave. Make your way through like we did before. Just beware. Oh, no, don't play the ocarina. I thought I had Rock's Feather out. Apparently not. Alright, let's go ahead and get Rock's Feather. Alright. Get that out of the way. Push that out of the way, and go down. Go ahead and move through the cave, like so. Try not to get hurt like I just did. And now, we can actually make our way through here. I'm gonna go ahead and move this skull out of the way. And if we just jump across the gap, it does not work. Great. So the reason that is because that needs an item that we don't have yet. Probably. So, what you can do now is you can actually... Awesome. Just awesome. Anyway, you can now go through one of these two doors. I'm going to go ahead and go through the leftmost door first. If you go ahead and go out, as you can see, it's a chest we already got, which I just forgot. Turns out we could make it there because the balloons were in front of the door. So now if we go ahead and go here, we are now able to get out through here. There's this guy here that's waving at us, but there's not much we can do with him right now. So if we go ahead and head this way, let's go ahead and head to this cave real quick. So moving up, we should find this staircase here. Get rid of all these slimes. We now have a piece of power, which makes us even stronger. Of course, we already killed most enemies in one hit, so it doesn't really matter. Here we have a chest that just contains an enemy. That's a trick chest, I guess. Trap chest. I forgot that the game had those. Anyway. Moving on through here. It looks like we have a... seashell somewhere nearby. But I can't really use that bomb to find it. I'm guessing it's in that hole, but we need to be up there to get it, so that's a dead end for now. If we go ahead and speak to this guy, I believe he will give us something. Vittles? Yeah, let's go. Oh! Okay, he wants the pineapple. Let's go ahead and give him the pineapple, and in return, he will actually give us something else. He gives us a hibiscus. Now, if you recall, there was somebody actually asking for hibiscus earlier. I wonder who it was. Alright. That sound effect was not something I wanted to really hear. So I believe there is still a shell somewhere up here. Might be wrong. I'm just gonna dig through here. Yeah, whatever. Go ahead and head up through this door. And we're gonna go ahead and head back down. We could have made it the quick way down, but not a big deal. Now go ahead and just pass through this cave again. And we can go ahead and make it over to this waterfall area. Now before we go down there, I want to actually head over this way. Never mind, we can't. So what we can do now is jump down. And there are two places to go. There's this passageway down here. If we go ahead and check it out, we'll actually find it's a very shallow cavern. Head over this way. And there's a rock you can push out of the way. Which means we now have a shortcut through. So I believe if you... I don't want to jump across in case the rock resets, but take my word for it, that's a shortcut. Alright, so what we can do now, we can basically go into this cave. But real quick, I am going to check something because I want to make sure... Yeah, I'm just going to make sure that this cave is just good and dandy. Alright, so the rock does indeed... Can't speak. The rock does indeed reset, so keep that in mind. It's a one-way shortcut, basically. So now, we have actually found Engler's tunnels. Go ahead and head up here. And we will have some enemies we can encounter. Go ahead and hold your shield up, and these spinies will be taken care of, because they will fall over, like so. If you take all of them out, the door will open. This enemy right here really can't be taken out right now, because we don't have an item that allows us to get across. But if we go ahead and head this way, we can go ahead and knock that spiny over. He's now out of the way. This red slime is no longer an issue either. Now we can go ahead and open this chest right up here, and it will give us a compass. Very nice. So now we're going to go ahead and head down. This room here is yet another one with deep water and shallow water. So just avoid the deep water as best as your ability. Remove all of these crystals just to get them out of your way, because they can be kind of a nuisance for navigating this room. And now open this chest here and you will find a key. Very nice. So jump across this gap and head back outside. Now there's a key door there, but I actually do want to head upstairs real quick just to check what's here. So from the looks of it, nothing that way. If we go up and around this way, it doesn't look like we find anything either. So go up. Ah, we have a chest right here. Let's go ahead and open this one up. It's the dungeon map. Very nice. Go ahead and head downstairs now. I think we can go ahead and jump across that gap. Yes, we can. Get rid of this guy here. The bubble isn't really something we can take care of in our current state. We can get rid of it if we use magic powder, but I don't want to use it up right now. These pea hats here can be taken out with your sword. Keep that in mind. This kind of water skitter type thing. I don't know what the exact name for it is again. So we can actually blow up this rock here real quick, and doing so will allow us push this rock out of the way as well. After we drown, of course. If we go ahead and open this chest, we'll get another key. Very nice. We're making good progress on this dungeon. I will say so myself. I don't know why I couldn't slash open that bottle. So we go ahead and jump across here. We will actually make our way back here. And let's go ahead and head back up. We will now go open that key door that we found earlier. Oh, hold on. There's a chest here we can go ahead and get. Go ahead and open this up. And you get the owl's beak. Or the stone beak, I guess. Alright. Go ahead and head back on this way. And you can go ahead and go down these stairs. Once again, spinies will flip over if you hit them with your shield. So just let them bump into your shield. And then hit them. And they will die. Alright, continuing on this way. Go ahead and open this door up. And head into this room. These water skitters are not much of an issue. Go ahead and head up this door and open it. And we will find more of them. Joy. Of course, we can't really get across that gap right there because we cannot run, we cannot do the Pegasus boot run diagonally. However, we can go ahead and cross this gap right here. And we can go ahead and cross the other side. Of course, right as I mentioned doing so, it turns out we actually need a key to get there. So what we're instead going to do is we're going to actually head on this way. So we go ahead and jump back out and go back onto the other room. I believe there was actually a room heading up that we could enter. I don't know how or why I missed it, but I'm going to go ahead and go back and find it. So go ahead and go in here now. Go up these stairs and head back this way. Go up and you will find the room. So cross that gap, preferably later than I jumped, and go ahead and head up. Yes, there's that door right there that I missed somehow. So go ahead and put a bomb there. Try your best not to drown like I just did. These bubbles can be kind of a nuisance if you're not paying attention. And we now have a key, which means we can make our way back to where we were. We could have just saved time there if we had opened this chest ahead of time, but whatever. Go ahead and head down this way. Head back out of this room. And make your way back to this room, but moving vertically, not diagonally. Alright. I believe we have to go all the way around again, just great. So get rid of this guy. We have a piece of power, but it's not much of use to any enemy that is, or the majority of the enemies in here right now. Spinies are indestructible. We already killed the red enemies in one hit. These guys die in one hit. And even then, if they're over the deep water, we can't really get to them. But whatever. Go ahead and get rid of these guys. Get rid of these guys as well. Jump across the gap like so. Eliminate this guy so he's out of your hair. Open this up. I would suggest getting rid of this guy, but he seems to be very insistent on keeping me from opening that block. We can go ahead and just go in this room and go back out to make our way down this staircase again. So we go ahead and go down here. We'll actually find this little area that we can go ahead and jump across. It actually doesn't appear anything is in here. This was kind of pointless. I don't know why this room exists. Might find out later. That water is something we can't really navigate right now, so we'll see, I guess. Anyway, go ahead and go back out. Head back to the left. Throw a pot over these guys, just so they're out of their hair. Or just hit them straightforwardly. Ah! I think I know what that room was for now, but we still can't go under that water, and I heard a plop noise implying that it went underwater. I believe this is deep water too. Yep. I had to test. Alright, let's go ahead and knock this guy out. Get rid of all of this as well. Get this guy out of your hair. We can go ahead and jump that gap, although apparently it does us no good because the chest's lock is on the other side. I'm not smart. Alright, this pea hat here is going to be an issue. I want him out of the way so I can jump across. Oh, I can just jump across like that. I'm dumb. Are you kidding me? These water striders are annoying. Alright, we can't get across that gap yet, so let's go ahead and just head this way. Get rid of the pea hats here, if you can. Pea hats move, of course, which is a nuisance in of itself. This guy's landing. Let's go ahead and get rid of him. The Stalfos spear and sword guys die in one hit now, so we can go ahead and kill them quicker than we used to. This is a trap chest, of course. Go ahead and throw these pots into one another. Just see if you can save up on hearts if you're low, like I am. The boss of this dungeon is relatively easy. I wouldn't worry too much about him, but I would still have your hearts relatively full just in case. There's that room up this way. There's also this room to the left. I'm going to go ahead and head left first. Okay, no reason to head left first. It's just a small gap there that we can't do anything with. Go ahead and head back up. There's these skimmers here now. And there's actually a certain order in which you're supposed to step on these. There's a room that tells you the order, but I don't recall what the order is. So, this is the first one. Go ahead and jump up there. Yeah, you need the item to navigate that, I guess. Alright, we have a key now, which means we can make it into a locked door. I believe there's a locked door to our... This doesn't benefit us in any way. Go ahead and head this way. Well, actually, if I go ahead and head up, is there something I can... No. No bombable spot there. Just avoid this room for now. You can use it later, so to speak. And we're going to go ahead and head back down and across this way so we can find our locked door again. Once we reach our locked door, we will be able to access a room we could not access earlier. Which is the whole point of keys, but, you know, redundancy for the sake of redundancy, I guess. here's the mini-boss of this dungeon. The point of this mini-boss is to hit him in the rear, like so. He can be quite annoying. I recommend doing an overhead slash on him, if possible. He will kind of reverse sometimes, so be careful which way you're going. He takes quite a few hits to take out. Then again, I don't think I had the red tunic last time I fought him in my personal playthrough, so keep that in mind, I guess. Go ahead and take this fairy here, that'll heal you right up if you're low on health, and go back up. Now, as you can see here, there are all of these here. I don't think any of these can be pushed, but I'm going to try just in case. Okay. Yeah, no, these can't be pushed. There's no reason to do any of that. Go ahead and pull this open again. I'm going to pull it all the way just so we have it open enough when we're over here. Get through just narrowly, I guess. Get rid of these guys as well. And I believe this chest is one of the things we've been looking for this entire time. Yes, they are. It's the flippers. Alright, with the flippers, we can basically go underwater now. Not only that, we can go in deep water. Alright. So, as you can see, there's a pattern. And this pattern actually mirrors the same pattern we had in the other room. So keep this whole room in mind. Watch the pattern I'm doing. That is how it's done. That opens the door up there for us, but in the other room it does something a bit more useful. We can go ahead and push this block out of the way, and we can go ahead and make our way back into this room. And with the fins now in hand, we can actually go ahead and do the puzzle as was intended. Go ahead and light the blocks up in order, and I believe we will receive... I think it's an... oh, it's an underground area. Nice! Go ahead and pick up that rupee if you can. Well, it doesn't necessarily spawn for you. These guys are basically thwomps from Mario. If you want to get past them, just go ahead and do that. You can go ahead and jump up here. We need him down. Okay. Alright, there we go. Go ahead and just try to cheese that if you can. I'm pretty sure you're kind of supposed to. Go ahead and open this chest here, and we can go ahead and get the boss key. Or the nightmare key, sorry. My terms aren't very accurate today, are they? Alright, we can also go ahead and head down here now. These P-hats are no longer an issue for us to avoid, because we can now make our way safely into this room. If we go ahead and press B, we can actually submerge ourselves, and we can go ahead and make our way up here. We need a key to open that. Let's go ahead and loop our way around here. There's another chest up here that we can reach. There's also, I already know there's a key we can reach now because of the underground room. Alright, that is a purple rupee. Not helpful for the current situation, but appreciated nonetheless, I guess. Alright, so now that we're down here, we can actually go ahead and make our way back into this room. Get rid of these guys if they're being a nuisance to you. Otherwise, you're free to avoid them if you want. I'm going to go ahead and make my way across here now. And we can go ahead and head down these ladders and grab the key. Now that we have the key in tow, we can actually go ahead and make our way back out of here. Wait for this to go across. We have to wait one way but not the other. Figures. And now that we can go up here, we can go ahead and make our way back to that room and open it up for ourselves. These guys are being an issue for me, apparently. Alright. So now go ahead and go back this way. Head into this area right here. Avoid all that mess. Not 100% sure which way I need to go right now. Okay, that's the nightmare room. Not much to worry about right now. So now we can go ahead and actually head back up into this area, I believe. Yeah, there we go. Let's open this block up. And we can go ahead down into this cavern here. As you can see, there's a new enemy. This is the Cheep Cheep. They are also from Mario. There is one chest we missed, and I believe right now we're making our way to the nightmare area. So actually, I'm going to go ahead and grab that before I continue on. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and push this block out of the way. It'll give us access to this entire room. And we need to go ahead and loop our way down around that way. I'm going to go ahead and make my way there. As you can see, the Spinies will drown, so if they try to follow you into the water, it's not going to turn out too well for them. I need to press minus. That does the map quicker, without me having to change options, I guess. Get rid of that guy. Go down here. Push this block out of the way so you can make your way down. Make sure you run when you try to jump the gap. If you don't run, you kind of won't make it across. Now, there's this chest here we can get now. Of course, the P-Hat's kind of in the way, so wait for them to move, and then open the chest. And we now have ourselves a purple rupee. I went all the way back for that. Great. I'm going to go ahead and pick up a fairy, because I am low on... Well, I'm not low on health, but I was missing a heart, and I would rather have full health before going to the boss. And we go ahead and head back. We can make our way back to the kind of staircase we found. Get out of this room here. Make your way downstairs. Get rid of these nuisances. Or just avoid them if you want, like I am. Like I said, we can make our way through here now. Jump up to grab these hearts. And go down these stairs. Like I said, these new enemies are basically Cheep Cheeps from Mario. They don't move as randomly as they do in Mario, but they are Cheep Cheeps nonetheless. They have scripted paths, unlike in Mario. So just go ahead and handle them, and you will be good. Alright. Now we have access to the final room of the game prior to the boss. Keep in mind, the boss of this dungeon is probably the easiest boss in the entire game. Second easiest, sorry. I already said that the easiest boss was the Teller Dungeon boss, and that is true. But this boss is quite a nuisance in terms of how unbearably easy he is. Go ahead and head down. And you're fighting a boss in a side-scrolling area. What? This is the boss. Bloop, bloop, glub, glub. Ugh, food. This is the anglerfish. Named for some reason for a real-life animal. All you have to do is repeatedly hit his glowy thing. I don't know if that's actually called something more scientific in real life or not, but he is going to be fairly quick to take out, especially if you have the red tunic like I do. So go ahead and keep hitting that. Eventually, smaller fish will come out if you actually fight them long enough, but I fought him for such a short amount of time that he never actually summoned the smaller fish to take me out. That's interesting. Let's go ahead and grab this piece of heart. Or heart container, I should say. And, as it turns out, we started on our second row of hearts. Very nice. Go ahead and head back out of this room. And when we head out of the dungeon, we should have the next room right up here open for us. Real quick, I'm going to check to make sure we didn't leave anything behind in the dungeon. It looks like we're all clear. Go ahead and head up. And we have the next musical instrument.